takes so long to get back home. 'Cause I know we're gonna fight, that's the way that I know that the love is gone. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Every day that I was chosen for this fate. It takes so long to get back home. 'Cause I know we're gonna fight, that's the way that I know that the love is gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the greatest show on earth!
Phase 2.
What's happening? Yo, welcome back to the Not Fazed Talk Show.
Been a mood lighting for you this week.
I think we sorted the lighting issue out.
Yeah, it's a wee bit too bright.
Aye.
Yeah.
Not bright enough like you.
I was going to try and make some comments like something there, so yeah. We'll just go not bright enough like me.
Fuck's sake, well, how's things?
Things are good, mate.
They are.
I got punished on Sunday for my sins on Saturday night.
Why?
Because I had to go to a child's birthday party.
Why were they drunk on Saturday?
No, I wasn't drunk, but I'd been up all day. I'd eaten a bowl of Cocoa Pops and a plate of them chicken wings and had 6 beer. So I was up from 7:30.
See, saying
till
that,
4.
I wrote on Facebook too. Like, I was, getting up to go to that thing, I was fucked. Like,
Yeah.
I was 100% sober. I drove you home and all, but I was fucked.
The fact I actually didn't think that I was that bad, and the fact that you asked were you wrecked proves it to me that obviously it wasn't that bad in the car.
No.
But no, we had to go to our Tastics in Newton Abbey for this birthday party, which is for a girl who lives next door to Nicole's mum, who's
one of them ones.
I think it's either Portuguese or Polish. I don't really know. And
that's a big fucking difference. Like,
look,
is she half tan?
I've got told that they live somewhere. Some of the family are.
So Portugal.
It was very
with
hard.
the sunshine.
No, but there is family that they also have that are from different parts of Europe as well. And at this party, they were all speaking different languages to each other. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on. 'Cause
Right.
I am Mr. English, and I can I can laugh at myself and not pass in other countries. But when we got there, they were like, "What age is Ruby?" It's like 4. And she goes, an adult has to be with her at all times.
I know.
So I drew the short straw, and I had the bounce for an hour. I was like, you know, I'm going to play with the
Fucking
kids now.
Rexy, doesn't it?
Mate. See, after
Does
doing the
wreck you,
gig
like.
and jumping about and standing up all night doing the tickets in the door and all, my legs, like, see, yesterday, Nicole, I don't mean this to offend anybody that's either listening or watching, but you'll understand what I mean. It's not as harsh as it sounds. I was lying with my feet up last night, and I was like, I reckon this is what it's like to have phantom pain. She's like, what? I was like, right, hear me out. My calves are that sore that I genuinely feel like my leg stops at my knee and there's nothing else there. It's like, do you know whenever somebody doesn't have something there and they feel like they do?
I feel like they have a leg.
I have the reverse of that right now. Like in my head, after my knee, there's nothing. I'm going to get up and walk about in wee nubbins here. So Nicole was very offended by this. And I was like... but that's how it felt after doing that.
The only way
like,
you can describe it.
Fuck, I love doing all that there, but Jesus, no.
It does
after,
rack. You
after
see,
a gig,
remember
you
we took the kids still too.
Was that on Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve,
Christmas Eve.
a couple of years ago.
What a great idea that
Fucking
was.
wrecks you, like.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
You're all right for the first 5 minutes. You think I got this, and then you're like, and see, even just trying to walk on it,
Yeah.
you sort of bounce. Your fucking legs are
Mate,
aching.
the sweat was beating out of me and all. Although, do you know what I did though? I did one thing that Nicole didn't believe me that I could do, and I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna fucking do this to show Ruby, and Nicole see me doing it. I front flipped, mate.
Go ahead.
Perfect front flip. I know you're Ashik, he's banging on me going, go do a front flip, do a front flip. But now I know that I can still do it. I will do a front flip for him. Now I've got over the nerves of it. I'm like, yeah.
I can't wait the video with that because you'll break your fucking ankles on
I don't.
that hard ground out there.
I can't land. I can land on my hole. My knees can't handle that shit anymore.
Right.
Still good. It's still good. Could you front flip and land
Yeah,
your hole?
yeah.
Can you?
100%, mate. Backflip too.
Fuck away! You cannot backflip.
I mean, I used to do gymnastics.
You can backflip.
I can do I used to be able to do the full tumbles.
No, you didn't.
No, he's okay.
didn't.
I could do a front flip easy, mate. I used to do it on trampoline out there all the time.
Aye, front flips are sweet. Backflip was the only thing I could never do. But
Nah.
yeah, so that was my punishment. Oh, right, that was what I was going to tell you. So see, it got really fucking weird. Like, it was only weird because we were from here and it was a foreign family's birthday party. So we were all sitting there. Kids had the wee party room, had their meal and all that there. Brought the cake out and sang happy birthday and was all fine. And then after that, and they done hooray.
Yeah.
They then burst into some different song in different language.
Oh, they didn't want to copyright Michael
But
Jackson.
we didn't know what they were singing, but it went on for 3 verses.
Fuck.
And you're just sitting there and you're trying to be polite and smile and go, yeah, well, this is a happy song because you're all singing happy. Yeah. And then it comes to the end, you're like, and then they go, and you're mad. Like, oh, right, so this is continuous. And you don't want to be rude, but at the same time, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
It's like church songs, mate. Seeing you go to fucking, like, at Christmas we went to, the song, mate, there were 7-minute songs. Like,
Oh, aye.
we're like, what the fuck's going on there?
The Catholics do it right, man. My upbringing, listening to them fucking choir songs. I remember we went to the funeral. It was my granny died, and my mate came up, was a prod, and had no idea of my unfortunate Catholic upbringing. And I went into the mass, and I was like, oh, like paying respect, and I was like, you're like a wonder take. Like, no, I was just born this way. I was brought up in the faith, and then I realised that when I was 13, it's like, nah.
I don't like religion.
this ain't right. I like my bed more.
Once a priest had him in the back room on his knees.
Do you know what? I never got abused by a priest. That's all right.
Oh, brilliant.
That I can remember anyway.
I put a spell on you to make you forget.
He put a spell on me. They're not
I
fucking
put a
wizards.
spell on you, and now you're
When
mine.
they're blessing you, that's not them like putting a magic spell. Going, oh yes, I'm going to make sure you have a good life.
Beats me. Well.
You go and do your confessions, and the fucking just go, oh yes, your life will be amazing.
And
now.
you forget. I've got one of them wee things like out of Men in Black.
You go forget all your sins.
But it only lasts for 20 years. That's why 20 years later, people are starting to... Mate, speaking of 20 years, you know, I was reading this story about this fella in Texas, like the turn of the century. He was going with this girl, and he split up with the girl. The girl loved him very much, but she was very upset, and she killed herself. So her brother...
Because he broke up with her?
Because he broke up with her, she killed herself, or she tried to kill herself or something. But anyway, her brother took offence to this and went to his house and tried to shoot him. Right. So he shot the gun. The gun like grazed this bullet grazed his ear and went into the tree at the house.
Right.
So anyway, this guy married again, had kids. 20 years later, the big tree grew and they were trying to cut the tree down. The son put the dynamite round the tree and blew the tree, and the same bullet came out and hit him square in the head. 20 years later, man.
No.
I Googled it there.
And no, see, to be fair, I'm sorry, but the whole way through that, I was waiting for a punchline to the joke. Because I was like, this is going to be one of Sergi's shit jokes that he takes me out of the
No,
tape.
mate, it's a true story.
So the guy missed him.
The guy missed him and it lodged in the
20
tree.
years later, the bullet that he shot.
They used dynamite because they couldn't chop the tree down with axes because it was so thick. So they used the dynamite into the tree, and the dynamite blew, and they fucking unlodged the bullet and it hit him square in the head and killed him.
That's nuts.
I can't remember what you call it. Like, Google it there. It's a fucking crazy story, mate. I was reading it. Popped up on my Facebook, and I was like, I'll have a wee go at that there. Just right, Texas man gets shot.
20-year-old.
Bullet.
Man gets shot by 20-year-olds. 20-year-olds what?
Mate, did you see the video of the fucking teenagers knocking the fuck out of 3 Marines?
No. Was this on the train in Bangor?
No, right, Texas. That's it. That's it there.
Henry Ziegland.
Madness, like, mad story 20 years later.
Let's see. He looks like a proper fucking oldie time fella. Angered by the way he treated his sister, Maisie, his brother took it upon him to exact some revenge.
So that's what it was. She didn't kill herself. He must have just been a dick to his ex.
His first shot only grazed Henry and instead landed in the tree behind him. So far, so what happened down? Oh, so the brother killed himself as well.
It's mad story, mate. Like,
he went down to Henry's home and shot him before turning the gun on himself and taking his own life. Unbeknownst to him, the vengeful brother at the time, first shot grazed Henry and instead landed in a tree behind him. Right, so he's went down. He successfully killed the brother and then was so gutted by the fact that he killed this guy, he then killed himself. Unknowingly lodging up the first shot in the
that's
tree.
the sister, his
the brother.
Yeah.
Right, fast forward 20 years and Henry's chopping out some trees in his land. So who's Henry then? The son of the guy who
Henry is the guy who Henry is the guy who was bad to the guy who shot himself's sister.
He didn't kill. Right, okay.
So he didn't kill him. He grazed him, and the bullet lodged in the tree.
Right. Get you now. Sorry, that doesn't make sense.
The guy.
Oh right, sorry.
Sister.
He shot him before turning the gun on himself.
Yes,
sorry,
so he killed himself, but he
say
thought
that
he killed him.
Right,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
I read that and thought when he said he shot him before turning the gun on himself.
Whenever I remember from my read, I thought it was his sister killed herself, but he just must have been a dick to his sister.
Yeah, the explosion then said that the bullet hurt him through the eye, striking Henry.
Isn't that mad? Like that's karma, like.
Oh, that's 100%
mate,
karma.
like fucking 20 years later, and apparently it was his son that wanted to do the dynamite. No, because obviously the tree was so thick, they used the dynamite. And boom.
That's nuts. That's like Final Destination shit there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It will come back to get you one way or another.
Scary, like.
That's mad though.
It is freaky to think about, but the same, like, it's, mate. Many times has that happened a day where something like that just comes back to bite someone.
Yeah.
That's why be
have you ever
nice.
watched the movie Seven Psychopaths with Colin Farrell?
No.
Mate, that's a funny film. It's pretty much he's writing a book about he's a Irish guy and he can't write a book, and then he decides he's going to write a story about a serial killer, but then he decides to write lots of mini stories about serial killers, so then he adverts out to get mad people to come in and speak to him. So one of the stories, like the rest of them are all quite funny. It's like, oh, I done this and I done that, but one of them, the Quaker story, is fucking awesome, and it's kind of like that. So it's the whole story is this guy burns a Quaker's daughter to death and goes to jail, and the Quaker waits outside his window every day, just looking at him, waiting on him. He then comes out of the jail, and the Quaker then finds him, stands outside his window every night, just smoking a fag, watching him. And the guy eventually loses his mind and knows that the only place that he'll be safe is in hell, because he's a Christian, and if you take your own life, you go to hell.
Yeah.
So he looks out the window and he slits his throat, and the last thing that the guy sees is the Quaker slitting his own throat, because he's going to follow him to hell. That's fucking class.
Fucking hell.
But that's what that's like. That's just, yep, I'm going to stick this here, and I might take my life, but I'm going to see you soon, sunshine.
I'll be honest, like, see if well, again, you would never think the bullet's going to dislodge, but if someone shot me and it grazed me and it went into the tree, I would always remember where that bullet was, like.
Aye, but he didn't know. That's what it said. They didn't know that it went into the tree.
That's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing, mate.
Not for Henry.
Not for poor Henry.
Can I ask you a question?
Shouldn't beat the fucking...
Like a genuine question. Right? Yeah. You've heard about Philip Schofield. We know this because we talked about it, right? Have you heard anything about NASA in the last week?
No.
And
I haven't.
This is my fucking point. This is what's wrong with you, world. Fucking world. NASA came out and done a 4-hour press conference and have officially stated that there's objects flying around this world
I did see that.
they have no fucking idea about.
I didn't say...
we can't say they're from another planet,
Yeah.
but we can definitively say there's stuff on our planet that is happening that we have no idea about.
Yeah.
But people are more concerned about Philip Schofield being a nonce instead of the implications, what that information actually means to the human race.
Means religion's gone.
It made everything changes, and this isn't like, oh yes, the aliens are coming, but the fact that they're now saying, here's some videos of...
Did you see the one of the model, the supermodel girl on the plane taking it? A video? Google that. Mate, we just see us here. And like, this seems to be the best footage. Just right, model on plane films disc. Model on plane gets dicked.
I know, they're going to autocorrect this here. Oh, here comes my gay boy.
It's fucking insane, like.
This one?
Because
it's a model, I don't believe it.
Well, this is what...
Is it clear or is it blurry?
It's clear, like.
See, because that's what all the fucking...
that's
people
not
say, though,
you.
if you take a clear video of it, it's 99% fake, because whatever they think that these aircraft have as a propulsion system,
TikTok or something,
interferes with camera pictures, and that's why no one can actually take...
Mate, no one understands what they're made of. But this is weird.
But it would make sense, though, if they have some sort of propulsion thing around the craft that you couldn't take a solid picture of what's inside it, because there's something interfering with the outsideness of what it is. But it just blows my mind that no one actually cares, because they're like, yeah, Philip Schofield.
Mate, it's fucking insane, this. Like, I mean, I only seen it on TikTok and all, like, but it looks pretty fucking mad, like.
Hold on, there's going to be an advert, because there's
always
an advert.
Good old Smirnoff too. You.
Always be a quick one, thanks.
Let's watch. So she's riding up the front of this plane.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
But that also looks like the metallic orbs that they showed in the NASA
It
video.
also, like, see if you're ever on a plane and you see another plane go past.
Yeah.
It's like that. It looks like a fucking stingray in the sky.
Yeah. Where do you see the video that...
But again, not many... How many people know about that? It's not big news. I heard about it.
When did that happen?
Don't know. I heard Rogan talk about it, and then I started seeing it all over
April
TikTok.
4th. So it was recent enough.
Yeah.
NASA footage.
Fucking aliens, boy.
But it's not it's not aliens. It's just that
it's their drones.
it's there is something flying within the world. Like, they haven't even said America. It is the world airspace. There is metallic spheres that they see all the time, and they don't know what it is. There's a video they released that.
Do you ever remember the pilot that was talking about it, and he was talking to like the ground control as it was happening? He's like mate, this is some like Canadian pilot. Did you ever hear his audio thing? He's like,
yes,
it's fucking madness, man.
But
I agree with you. Like, nobody's talking about this. Well, we are. But at the end of the day, mate, I mean, Philip Schofield's a nonce. He says, "Do you want me to kill myself?" Basically, in this interview.
That was he comparing himself to Caroline Flack was bad. But see, you're doing it. You're like, oh, well, it's cool they've announced this, but do you remember Phil Schofield? No, fuck him, fuck him. This is more important. This could change the world.
He'd let you fuck him, like.
I'd let him fuck me, mate, for the right price.
How much is your wee man getting?
It's me. I gotta buy a house. And he holds a goal. Why can I not find this? Like, have they actually taken it all down? They're like, shit, it was a bad idea to tell the world. I can't believe this.
But no, there's definitely UFOs out there. There's definitely all that sort of stuff. And I'm a full believer. Did you watch that one of the Brazil thing yet?
Yeah, I did. Watch the full thing.
I'm going to check it out this weekend since we're not doing nothing.
It's compelling, but because... Did you listen to the podcast?
Yeah.
It's pretty much the podcast.
Right, so you know what's coming.
You're just seeing the visuals. You know, he pretty much talks you through it on the podcast, how it plays out on the thing. And yes, it makes it more believable because you're like, oh, right, sweet, all this shit now has a picture to it or people who said it.
You can see the people's facial
but
reactions
like,
and
you
stuff.
could definitely flick through it.
Right. How long is it on for? An hour?
2.5.
What do you call it for people who are listening?
I can't remember.
Neither can I. It's about a hotel crash and hotel.
Hotel crash.
That's me thinking about the hotel we're staying on. That's about a UFO crash in Brazil.
Moment of Contact.
Moment of Contact. It's
very
called.
good
Check
documentary. But yeah, I just that happened last week, and I was just like,
it's not even like it hasn't even been on the news or nothing or like
no one has actually been here. In other news, did you hear what NASA said? And they're like, do you know, we would just like you all, like they've come out now and said anybody that's been told by the government you're not allowed to talk about anything, please come forward and speak to us because now is the time. All your non-disclosure agreements are null and void. Yeah. And it's like that's a big step.
What are the preparing us for?
That's
Are they fucking us like they did in COVID, or is it?
No.
Do you know what I mean? But listen, they're trying to worry us about something. Next minute they're going to come in and say, right, oh shit, there's aliens. We're going to need a one world government. We're going to need central digital currency. You know what I mean? Like you don't know. We were talking to the aliens that says paper money's bad.
They announced this originally during COVID, whenever all the videos came out, like the
New York Times, you know.
Yeah,
I remember it.
So it was kind of all swept under the rug, and again, people are more concerned about fucking
the flu.
Not even that. People are just like all in this little bubble of what's happening on with celebrities. It's like forget them guys. Them guys are irrelevant if this all comes out.
Well, I'll push back a wee bit on that. Philip Schofield, see people that from like 50 above, he was a massive part of their life every day.
No, but I mean, celebrities in general, regardless of what they do and the way they are idolized as gods almost in certain circumstances, they are all insignificant if it turns out that there's life outside of our planet because, as you said, there's no religion. You then start to think, well, yeah, we are just given value to these objects. Like
what's after?
It's just an object.
It does make you. It's over then, unless there's a collective consciousness that we'll go after.
Is it because now we've invented good AI that you get brought into the galactic fucking circle? It's like there's obviously something.
It's because Putin's got his hand over the nukes like that going, I'm not doing too well here.
It'd be more like this. Like with the health.
Fuck's sake, it's crazy.
But it would just be mad.
I
feel like a crazy person again. Like,
I feel that we'll probably have clear definitions of whether there's life outside of this
In our
planet
lifetime.
in our lifetime,
Yeah.
because the probes have got out there, they're doing all this Mars stuff. Like, I reckon if you dig 50 foot down on Mars, they might find fossils of shit.
If they get quantum computing going,
We're fucking.
that'll change it all.
We'll live forever,
But we'll not need to make tunes.
I'll still do it as a hobby, like.
Do you know what that'll be the equivalent of? Us sitting making tunes here will be like, do you know the way you see in futuristic things where they're on their bubble cars and someone refuses to let go and still driving their crappy Ford Escort 16 valve? Going that's what Ableton, everybody of all this futuristic
So
stuff.
you can already do it now. You see the TikTok ones where the AI saying they can make any music genre you like, and it does it pretty decently, like.
Does it?
Don't know what you call. If you want to Google the website, and we'll have a go at it one day. But it's like we're already going down that road, like.
It's a road that we don't. Nicole is really against it. Like, even ChatGPT, she's so. You know that Nicole's a very shy person and would never sit here.
Mm-hmm.
And she's told me if we give her 2 glasses of wine and just discuss her hatred of AI, that she'll come on the show. That's it.
Let's do it then.
And I was like, right, that's not bad. I'll give you a bottle of wine, you can fucking really let go. But it's, I've done a few wee different bits and bobs recently where I've used ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Applied for a job using ChatGPT just for the crack. I'm not even looking to move jobs. I just wanted to see, and I got a thing back. I was like, that's nuts.
I know it is. It's a great tool. Like, it really is.
Yeah, things are going to start going at a very, like, we thought it was a fast rate with the internet. How things change once this all fucking really mashes together in the next.
Be hard to put it back in the bottle, like, once it's out, like.
Oh, it's already out. It's already out of the bottle.
But it's not like, see all the apps now at ChatGPT you can get, but it's just someone's made an app and is selling it on the Apple App Store, right?
Yeah.
And then they're using ChatGPT like in the back end of the app.
Yeah.
So people are already making a fortune just using it, because you're asking this app a question, it's reverting it to ChatGPT, and then it's giving you the same answer ChatGPT would give
but
you.
But then, as Nicole says, we're going to get to a point where it's my ChatGPT talking to your ChatGPT, and none of us are actually chatting, and this AI is actually
it'll
just
be
chatting
like,
to
as
itself.
Elon Musk said, you'll not even need to speak. Did you see the VR goggles fucking Apple just released?
I've seen something about it in the
Mate,
news today.
right, so you put them on your head. See,
It's
what?
like augmented reality.
No, it's like a fucking phone on your head. But yes, you can play games and all in VR. Google it. So see the way. See when you're looking through, you see all your apps in front of you.
Is it Apple?
You could make Ableton just with the goggles on.
No.
Yes, you can connect it to your Mac system, whatever Mac systems you have. So you do this here, like that there with your finger, and push the button with nothing in your hand. Right, advertisement or something.
You can't do that. That's gonna be like fucking
Mate,
Wally.
they're like
mate, just
$3.5
people sitting on
grand
their
or something.
floaty chair.
3,500 or something.
How much did you pay?
starting
How much
price.
do you pay for a set of decks?
I know that's it. Well,
Like, do you not do the decks on this?
you could. I'm pretty sure you can do whatever. the
Like, well,
fuck.
if you could put Ableton on it,
I'm assuming you can, because you can watch the films in your room with just the goggles on. I don't know.
that's just some.
Dickheads talking about it. You're probably maybe do that, because it's fucking class. And if anyone hasn't seen these, I would go and check it out.
Is this the news talking about it?
Give it a go, and you'll see what I mean. But
We'll give her an eye watch. Why is there no sound? Oh, because it's muted.
Pro headset and whether it can succeed where others have failed.
This is a day that's been years in the making.
Apple's Vision Pro headset is essentially a wearable computer.
It's the first Apple
You see.
product you looked through and not at.
It can be used as a virtual desktop or even a giant movie screen. The only controllers are your eyes, voice, and hands.
You can see, hear, and interact with digital content just
Nice.
like it's in your physical space.
The starting price, $3,500, several times more than its closest competitors.
When you're trying to convince people to wear a computer literally
I don't
on
need no
their
more
face,
of that. Like,
I think
that's
that
about
can be
it. But now, imagine that just being a pair of glasses.
No, but What
They're like
that-
ski goggles.
What that's gonna be is like whenever you got the first iPod.
You can walk
And you
about
had
with it
that wee
on.
fucking wheel to spin stuff
Yeah.
about, and it's thick as fuck, and it was that wee pixelated screen. That's
That's what it's going to be like in the future. So it's just going to be a pair of glasses.
shit the bed. That's actually class.
And mate, see if you watch some of the videos where like of the
But you
actual.
think about it, how much would you pay for a mic?
Aye, that's it. We're $2,000 now, $2,500 easy, like.
Like we could sell
But I don't.
all this and just buy two of them. and just sit here.
I don't think it'll work. I think you need the still need the computer
Right,
to
for
like
RAM.
for like Ableton and stuff. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But mate, see whenever they were doing it, your mom was going like that there, so like the screen's in front of you.
Yeah.
It picks up your fingers and
And it's like
what
that,
you're
that is
touching.
your touch screen.
But the way I think it is like you could probably walk down the street with it on and just see your apps.
Oh yeah. Well,
So
what
that's
that'll be for like if you're like you put Google Maps on and it'll
Aye.
be the map in front of you, so it'll show you the blue line to follow on.
fucking madness. But that's it. In
That's
10,
crazy.
Maybe not even 10 years. Maybe 7 years, 5 years. They will be a pair of glasses. Like
Do you know what the best thing about that? Yeah, you're right completely.
pair of glasses.
It'll be multiple glasses in
Yeah.
different styles, like the way the watch was. See the way she's like, oh, it's 3 times the price of its competitors. Like, yes, but it's
The
Apple,
Oculus.
and people will buy it because it's Apple.
Yeah, and
That's it.
no matter what they do a good job.
It doesn't
and
matter if you're a
things like
startup
that.
company doing this better than them. They will still outsell you because people need like you are.
I'm an Apple man.
Like, I bet you there's somewhere deep down inside you's like, I could like
Get
get
that.
them like. It's
No, next to on another laptop, if anything.
they look class. I didn't say that, but they look awesome.
They do, mate. It's going to be the shit. And as I say, it's going to take a few years to iron it all out. They put $1 billion into it the last couple of years because of Mark Zuckerberg's Oculus. Now, Jax
But it's
loves the
probably been-
Oculus.
it's
He
probably
plays
been
it, but you have to
£1
have
better spent than what
big.
he has with
You have
Meta.
big fucking controllers. You have to
Yeah.
have, and you can't see through them.
That's what people don't want. They want to just be able to do something
Aye.
like that.
Mate, could you imagine at night? No, you ever laying in bed at night and your arm hurts trying to hold your phone and all? Laying back, just
Do you
looking up.
ever get lying in bed and you sort of doze off a bit and drop it in your face?
And you wake up and you're watching The Ring. You wake up in the middle of the night. Well, fucking The Ring's there.
Oh, mate, I done that the other night. Just lying there. And it wasn't even above my face. It was kind of just resting on my chest a bit. But my hand fell backwards with my head and just went bang.
Nah, we're genuinely fucked, mate.
It's nuts. I feel like we talk about this so much and sound like crazy people on this show. But, yeah. Where do you see this? Some wee woman was down in Belfast getting her traffic on, loving her best life. The sun brings out the best in everybody in Belfast.
While the lights are broke.
What a gal.
Red one.
That's in the falls there.
Yeah. Just giving
Go
it
ahead, you girly.
absolute beans.
There's a wee man round the corner from you. You know that, what do you call it? Westcott Avenue or something?
Right.
Round the corner from you. There's a wee lad comes out of the home there nearly every day and directs traffic for no reason.
Does he
It's just a
actually?
street, and he stands there and he goes like that there. You're turning around, to go down the street. What is it, Green Glenfield or something
Aye.
towards the garage. He just stands in that corner outside the house, but he's like just off the footpath, lad. And I laugh every time I drive past. And he's just going like that there.
Go ahead there, sir.
I
come
beat
on.
my horn on him every day. Oh, go ahead,
You
mate.
should stop and just be like, "Do you want to see my license there? Do you?"
Fair play to her, mate. That's fucking funny.
But it made the sun brings it. Do you remember the year of your woman fucking This Is Sparta in Botanic Park with the big sandals and all? She's like, anyone fucking starting? Do you remember this girl?
No.
No, mate. You have to remember this. Starting. I was starting.
Congratulations, Phase 2. You've earned a top spot in the top 4% of rising creators this week. What's that mean?
I don't know.
Don't know.
You deal with the social
I'll
media.
take that. Like,
Whereas
we're
I can't
rising
believe-
creator.
I can't believe you don't know this video. I was on holiday and seen this video.
I
was like,
just
what the
doesn't. I
fuck?
don't recall it. I might remember whenever it comes
I
up.
don't even know how to find it. Angry girl in Botanic Gardens, Belfast. Well, whatever happens here, we're in for a fucking.
Headbutts victim.
No, she didn't headbutt anybody. Someone started on her and she just.
I mean,
stood
look at the
there.
many videos of Botanic Garden
Aye.
headbutts.
Mass fighting between men and
Uh,
women.
Mate, did you see the video of your man opening the plane door?
This is her. I did. That was
Fuck
fucking...
that.
Could you imagine how I'd be dealing with that shit, mate? Is this her? It is. There's the fucking
I
sandals.
thought it was virtually impossible to open the plane when you're up because of the pressure, but they were down because they were down low.
Is that her? Is it? It is, yes.
It's
definitely not going to show you the full video on this.
Jesus Christ.
Literally challenging the whole park to a fight. She laughed it though.
Aye,
she completely laughed
she
it.
did
Like,
laugh it.
oh, she didn't
fucking
laugh
hell.
at her. It's because she hung up the phone to the police.
Jesus Christ, someone put your bird on the lead.
Belfast, eh? Little bit of sun.
Little bit. Oh, headbutt. Fucking hell.
Anyone fucking starting?
Why? You've got people headbutting people in the parks and other people fucking slapping cunts with guns in their taxi.
I remember we went there one year to celebrate 420, right?
Let's show the gun in the taxi video because people who watch this from America will be like, what are you at?
That's right. While you're saying that over, I remember we were in that park one year celebrating 420, right? And there was police there. So you can imagine, like, the whole grassy bit was just covered in stoners, and they were all sitting there, and everyone was, like, sketchily rolling joints and smoking them, but the peelers were walking around the paths on the outside. Like,
Yeah.
But they knew what was happening.
Aye.
We were all paranoid because the peelers were there, and we're like, oh, shit. And it was all fine for about 2 hours. Everyone was loving life. It was a sunny day. And then we seen the cops all run towards this one guy, and we're like, shit, it's happening. We're all getting busted. Do you know what they've done? Some guy busted out a carry-out, so they went in to lift him because he shouldn't be drinking in the park. But everyone just got far too paranoid and just left. It was like, that's it. Like, fair play to the cops because...
Aye, everyone was getting stoned
like,
on. They just let
we're
it go.
just like, okay, yous are being peaceful as fuck. And then one guy drinks and like, nah.
You're
So,
fucking lucky
hold
I'm
on,
not
get
fucking
pause
taking your
this.
fuck.
And you can give whoever you want a fucking explanation about what we're about to watch.
Right, so what happened in here is this guy's a taxi driver and he seems to be trying to collect the drug debt of this wee man. And yeah, it's a bit fucked up, like. But
Can I just add that I genuinely, when you sent this to me, thought it was real.
I
Like, this
s-
is
I-
definitely a TikTok video. Where
I thought that
all
too.
a wind up, right?
I thought that too.
And then it was on the radio that he was arrested and charged for a load of counts of different
Aye,
things.
he got remanded,
They
aye.
can't find the weapon and all. I was like, shit, this is actually a real video. Fucking
Aye.
hell. But how did they get the camera footage?
This is what I don't know. It's,
Because that should
there's-
only be recorded in your camera. That
Let's
can't-
watch it and then we'll talk about it after.
And he's out down this fucking car park, son. I'm fucking telling you now. Because that's a fucking mood I'm in. Believe me.
Can put this in a
I'm
tune.
telling you. See what happens in this car. See if I hear anybody fucking talking about it, mate. I will take your fucking head off. Do you fucking hear me? Right?
Like, that sounded
This is the
plastic.
fucking last of it, son.
Uh,
You fucking do what you do. You make up what you need to fucking make up quickly. You work your fucking debt off. I'm telling you, see you next time I come back, I'm taking your fucking legs off.
It's too bad.
Only because that's my fucking mate. And only he is my mate, and we'll be taking your legs
he
off.
realised he's pointing the gun at me.
That's it.
I bet he's like, oh, fuck, he's told me him with my
I
mate
promise you.
now.
That's it over and done with. I'm not coming back near you. You fucking make improvements. Neil, I'm sorry, I didn't put you in that position.
You didn't fucking tell me that, mate, but fuck me, I'm shaking like a leaf here, mate.
I'm sorry.
Right, fuck me. Josh, you fucking...
Yeah, you're lucky that's all choice.
I'm sorry.
Fucking hell. So he was obviously, I don't know how he's collecting that if he's a fucking phone cab taxi driver, but it's paramilitaries in Belfast basically. And that, what I said to you the other day, what's going to happen is the paramilitaries are going to go to that wee man and say, listen.
Oh no, it's come out in the radio that the fellas don't want to press any charges against the guy.
Aye, but they're going to say to him, listen, your debt's clear. You need to say that was a TikTok viral video we were trying to do. But you can see
giving away their secrets. They'll be knocking that door next fuck's sake.
But mate, right. So going back, the how did the video get out? In my opinion, there's two ways. Number one is that automatically sends it back to Phonacab in case there's any.
I always assumed
You know what I mean? There
that
must.
it was saved on a hard drive within the
Yes.
car, and then you can take that.
Yes.
But your taxi is your car. You don't
Yes,
leave it off at a
but
depot.
he leases. It came out that he leased that taxi off Phonocab. So it's one of two ways.
Right.
It's either the which I don't think this is true. I don't think that automatically goes back to Phonocab.
No. But
He
if he's
sent that.
leasing
He
from
sent
them,
that to he sent that to someone to say, here. Maybe he sent it to his boss and said, here, that's that dealt with. And then he sent it to his mate, man, here, look at him, he shit himself. And then his mate sent it on, and then do you know what I mean? That
find
seems
its
more
way
likely
through the
to
wrong.
me. Aye.
Yeah.
But fucking, I don't know, mate. Imagine waking up one day in your day, fucking slapping someone with a pellet gun in the car.
I know.
Like these really big balls.
The fact that they still can't find the weapon, you're like, does it matter? It's a pellet gun. There's no way that's a real gun. Because, like, at the Desert Eagle, that's a heavy fucking weapon. And he's just waving it like Cinderella's fucking godmother's wand. Oh, yes, you shall not go to the ball because you didn't pay your strap money.
But even a metal pellet gun's quite heavy, like.
Aye, but that was plastic.
It
You could
seemed
hear-
the plastic.
Like, you could hear the slap of the plastic on him.
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Sure, ring
mate,
him up and ask him. You see
I
the
know,
loads
no,
about
but
it.
what I'm saying is, see if I was, like, you would know a plastic pellet gun, so you wouldn't be shitting yourself in. Because that wee man in the front seat is petrified.
Yeah.
So maybe it would have to have been metal, like.
Yeah, to be fair, if you didn't know the circumstances that you were sitting in, you're not going to fucking chance whether it's a pellet gun or not. Your wee man in the back, I think, is shitting himself more.
Mate, do you see when he turned it round and then
Aye,
it was a delayed reaction too. He was like, "Oh shit, fuck, that's a gun."
Have you seen this advert? What's it for? Crime Stoppers, mate, for here, right? Just to show equally how like bad that was a real video and a guy that went to jail for being a cunt, right? This is an advert that's on the TV at the minute. And I was like, how bad is the acting? I would drive the crime to go and fucking slap these ones just because it's so bad.
Really?
My friend's in hospital with an overdose. There's a drug dealer in the area. I saw him yesterday, dealing drugs. Again.
She nearly died. It needs to stop.
Have you spoke to anyone about this yet?
Like who?
Does this mean
Is it
lockdown?
Bug? I'll be saying nothing, thanks.
Here, talk to Crime Stoppers. You know, the charity. You just tell them what you know and it's completely anonymous.
Are you mad? I'll not be having this dog know anything about me.
No, they don't take any information about you. You just tell them what you know and then they pass it on.
I don't know if I should be doing that.
Rachel.
Hey, you're right.
These are
Counts will be shot.
These are like
100%
drama students or
anonymous.
something.
And here, you know what? It's
Like, I
easy
don't
as
even
well,
want to watch
because
anymore given the airtime, right? The one thing that I can take about that from this, right, is whoever has licensed this, because again, as we've talked about in the show before, you have an idea, and then
It
has
says
to
that
go,
on the front of the meat wagons, doesn't it? Crime Stoppers.
Aye.
Because I remember Jason and all taking pictures and laughing at it.
you have to go up the chain of command for approval to get ideas like that
Yeah.
greenlit, right? That's an awful lot of people that have never taken drugs. Because if you think that that's a good advert to convince people that taking drugs is a bad idea, it's like, oh, he's just taking drugs, so he is. It's like, I understand some people do turn into wankers, but the general majority of people who enjoy drugs, whatever it may be, just tend to enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
And don't get tarred and feathered with the same fucking brush. Speaking of which, there was something that happened as well the other day to me. I got a knock on the door.
It was a Phonocab taxi driver.
Not far off. There was one of my neighbours, and they came up to me. And were like, "I've just had the police away from my door." I was like, "Right, okay. Let me close the door behind you because I've got Ruby in there all alone. I don't really want to hear the next thing that's going to come out of your mouth." She's like, "Yeah. One of the houses at the front of the road complained that they could smell cannabis in their back garden, and they rang up to complain about it. So the police came out because they counted the houses and got to their house. Now, they do have a smoke,
Yeah.
but it wasn't them because they haven't had any smoke for a few weeks. And we had a laugh about this. I'm like, well, sure. Why don't you just blame it on the Airbnb next door to me? Fuck it, they change every week. We'll blame it on that." And then I went into the house and was like, right, there's two main problems of this. You've got the dicks, first of all, who genuinely have phoned the police to say, "Oh, my garden smells of cannabis." Like, I walk past people's houses and it smells of weed all the time. I'm not on the fucking Crime Stopper. There's a drug dealer in this street and I'm walking my dog in.
This one thing I will say, the advert works.
Why?
They must have saw that advert.
But like, no, but that then leads me to my next point. The cops must have had fuck all to do with their time. Coming to someone's door and going, excuse me, someone smelt something in the air and they think it might be you. Is it you? No. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, sorry for wasting your time. Like, even if it was, they can't do fuck all to you. And they're not allowed to come in and be like, do you mind if we come in and smell your garden? Like, I just couldn't believe the words that she was saying. Like, so you're telling me that you literally, and it's like, they were down the side of my house and all, just having a wee gander through. It's like, cops, like actual on-duty cops have come to your house because someone reported the smell in the air, lingering.
But which realistically could have been from anywhere.
Anywhere within the general vicinity of her house.
Of your back garden.
No. There's definitely someone 2 doors up from me smokes it.
Mate, half your street probably smokes it.
Oh, they do, mate.
Just like, fuck me, what's the big deal?
But how do you narrow it down? Like, think about it. You're sitting in your back garden, it's all fenced off, right? And you smell something. How can you narrow down, that's where it's coming from? For the duration that you have a smoke as well. Like,
I know.
It's not that long.
They just have to follow up, don't they? And mate, she probably phoned them
for a fucking smell that they can't do nothing about.
She probably phoned them 3 days before that too about it. Come out.
It doesn't matter, mate. It seems to be every day.
But no, that is stupid, and I can't have people like that.
You get told off for wasting police time, and you're like, why are you doing this?
Imagine they arrested her. She gets screamed, what's wrong? Wasting police time. It's a bit of fucking weed.
Do you know what does I was thinking about this the other night, and it just my brain can't process this, right? Sideway. Do you not think it's mad when you think about your brain? It's your brain thinking about itself.
I've thought about that many
You're like,
times.
that's nuts. But see people who are going to Ibiza, right? And they're like, I want to get the Ibiza bod. And they start going to the gym and eating packets of ham and doing steroids and all this shit. So they look, it's like, you're making yourself look good so you can go and take cocaine for 7 days. Like, that's it. Whether you look buff or not, you're going to take cocaine and you'd probably still bang women, regardless of how you look. Like,
yep. If you have coke, you're banging women.
Doing all this shit to yourself so you can go and take gear looking better.
Especially whenever it's someone who never really worked out or fuck all before.
Yeah.
And like, going in a year, I'm going to start.
You see them on Facebook being like, get myself a Ibiza ready. And you're like, why? You're literally going to sit and take so much gear that you will not see the sun because you will die in bed all day, and then you'll go out at night time and just take more.
You see, when we were in a Beaver's wee man called Les, right? This cunt never slept for 7 days. Like,
right.
I used to ask Heather, right? Seeing you go and ask. See, we were going to bed and getting up, and he was sitting around the pool. He was going, "But what a night last night!" We're like, "Oh, did you get a bit of kip?" Nah, mate, still going. The cunt was flat out the whole time. And mate, this wee man's legendary. See, everyone that was with us, we all still talk about him when we see each other. Like, remember that wee man, Les? And then about maybe 5 or 6 years after it happened, I was with Viddy over in his house, and we went into a party over there.
Right.
Your wee mum was sitting there, and I was like, "What the fuck? Oh, mate, don't take it anymore, don't."
Oh, completely clean living.
Mate, but holy fuck, ask her when we got out here. Like, he was flat to the mat for 7 days. I'd never seen him go to his room and go to sleep once.
Never?
Not once, mate, no. He was always out. I don't know how he done it. I'm sure he did obviously nap here or there or something like, but he didn't get into his fucking bed. Cunt had the same shorts on the whole time.
I remember one of my pals, again, same person who done Tinkerbell and all those other random things with me, partied for several days and then fell asleep standing up and pissed himself whilst he was sleeping, standing up. Like, that's, do you know what? You can't even get angry at the guy. No. That's impressive. You're like proper snoring and all, just not against the wall, proper just standing up, sleeping, and then he pissed himself. Just like, well done. That is impressive.
Fuck that.
What's the longest you've ever went a week?
Full weekend, like
for either partying or non-partying reasons.
A weekend. I've done Friday to Monday before, like, and it was awful after that, like.
So 3.
Friday night.
Saturday night, Sunday night.
Technically Thursday, because I was out on Friday night. Then we stayed out all night, went to a coach, come back, and then sat there till like Monday morning.
Aye.
I've done that, and it wasn't good. Like I see whenever you talk about wanting to kill yourself, like see on the Monday and Tuesday, like I did literally want to kill
Suicide
myself.
Tuesdays.
Like because the whole time we were just taking stuff, whether it was ecstasy, cocaine, it didn't matter, mate. It's just
It was
something
just
to keep
whatever
you going,
kept you going.
Plus drinking as well, mate. It was rough. Like
Mine is.
I couldn't do it now. Like I can't even do one night.
Oh no, not at all, not at all.
Scary, isn't it? Thinking about it.
Even that it turns me the thought. But like, say if someone's like, "Do you want to go on a 2-day bender?" No, I definitely don't. I do not want to do that anymore. Like you crave it so much as a fucking
as kid,
younger one. You're like,
you don't even think about it, mate.
No,
you're just like, let's go,
and just have a good time until the good time stops. When the fun stops, stop. You're like, yep, that's called Monday morning.
I imagine sitting in a party and Paddy Power advert comes on. You're like, lads, I haven't done here.
Mate, there's one time I remember sitting in a forest and I hadn't told somebody to fuck up because I was trying to watch Arsene Wenger explain why he got beat by United at 4 o'clock in the morning. And did I mention again in a forest park? Fuck that. I 4 days would probably have been my longest, but it was in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I'd done a 2-week stint. And I would say that I had maybe over the 2 weeks about 9 hours sleep, but I still slept, and I lived on a diet of Cocoa Pops, and that was it, mate.
I know, because that's people forget you can't eat like on anything like that.
Oh no,
well, you can force it into you, like. But
I think I lost about 1.5 stone over 2 weeks. Just
force it into
Cocoa Pops. That was it every
day.
See,
whenever I think back to about like my mad party days, like it was probably a 9-month stretch. Like it wasn't as long. I don't think it was the madness wasn't as long as I think in my head. I remember.
Mine was.
Do you know what I mean? I think it was like every week, multiple times for about 9 months.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then after that, it was like once a month, maybe. You know what I mean? I don't think it was.
It was whenever, like whenever you first started taking pills and all, and you went out to a club, and you took them there, and it was fine because you were loving the music, or you went to a festival and done it, and it was sweet, and then you went home, had a bit of a chat, and then went and tried to sleep.
Yeah.
That was sweet. See, when you started buying loads of pills just to sit and get wiped out in someone's house for the crack, that's when you're like, right, okay, I need to really assess what I'm doing here. But it took me about 4 years to assess what I was doing.
You'll never see people that have never done it, but you'll never believe how sitting in someone's living room for fucking 2 days is so much fun. Like
I can believe though after doing that how whenever people are in Big Brother and they're like, I feel like I've known you my whole life after like 4 days, and like they can be in love with someone. It's like, yeah. I can see that now. See, sitting in someone's living room wiped out for 10 hours.
Yeah.
Like you can find out so much shit about
especially
people.
when they're on MDMA and they're just opening up about everything.
Yeah, but that's it. It lowers the walls, and you're just quite happy to talk about stuff. And if someone has a vulnerable moment, you almost feel like you have to be vulnerable with them because you don't want them to feel uncomfortable with their vulnerability. So you're like, I'll bring it down to their level, and then they're like, I appreciate what you're doing.
It's the food thing's the issue for me. Like
eating.
I love food too much. Mate, tell you what, see if you want some nice fast food, see at Slim's Chickens on fucking Boucher. I think there's one in Victoria Square as well.
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell, mate, it's great. I mean, top class, like big, juicy, tender fucking chicken tenders, mate.
I know, but see, whenever you hold on a minute, you're telling me to go to a chicken restaurant and you've refused chicken that I bought you because you're like, I don't eat chicken.
I know, I just didn't.
So why are you recommending me a chicken place?
I do like chicken, mate. I just don't like all chicken.
Right, okay.
I don't fancy chicken sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
Do you prefer the
too much
more,
too much carbs in it. No, but this is great, mate. It really is. It's fucking unbelievable. We went last night, and I came out going again. Fucking hell, I could do another one again. Mate, see for free chicken tenders, a big plate of chips, and garlic toast, garlic bread. It's like £7.
That's good.
Mate, I fed all of us for less than 40.
Alright, fucking Jamie Oliver. I better call you Peter Oliver there, but that's my fucking barber's name.
Check it out, folks, if you haven't. It's fucking brilliant.
Did they pay you to say that?
They're sponsor of the show.
I'm going to have to fucking go back and beep all that.
You're going to... No, it is really nice. But I thought, oh, fuck, this wee Belfast company and all's doing well. Mate, they're all over the UK.
Aye.
You know what I mean? It's not like it's a fucking Belfast company.
I love how you segued completely from us talking about getting wiped out and staying up here. Do you want to go and check out this chicken joint?
It's food, mate. That's why I can't go wiped out no more. I like food too much.
I was trying to explain. to what are the chances that I would open up Facebook on my phone and your fucking woman's the first thing that pops up? Phone's listening, fucking conspiracies.
I'm pretty sure you watched it on your Facebook.
No, I sent it through on this.
I bet it would log into your Facebook on there.
I wouldn't open it up in the app though. the web
all
version of it's not
interlinked.
that good. I confessed to someone today the moment that I knew that I had went from being a young man to an old man. Not even an old man, but just having that old man approach of life, like that lessons learned. So whenever I was out one night at work, I was standing out at the front of work having a smoke, and this fella turned around to see it was Christmas time, and these wee girls were out on Christmas nights out, had wee mini skirts up to here and all. And this wee younger fella turns around and goes, "Oh, Jesus, check him out over there. Fuck out over there." And I turned around, you know what I turned around and said? Like, without even missing a bit, I was like, "Jesus, they're going to be cold this evening." And then I heard myself and I was like,
You're an old lad now.
You're an old man now. You're worried about practical things in life. It's not like, "Oh, Jesus, like, oh, and poor women be freezing."
That's I see whenever I see them in high heels and all, I'm like, fuck, I bet your feet are cut to bollocks. Fuck that.
No, you don't need to be an Iron Man frame of mind for that shit, mate.
That scares me.
Nah, I wouldn't fancy that.
Nah.
No.
Do you ever see the fucking photos of the Chinese women where they get their feet
the
banged?
Did I not show this here?
I don't know.
I thought I did. If not, I forgot to talk about it. But yeah, that was fucking...
The binding, it's fucking crazy.
Chinese foot binding. I was trying to explain to Nicole how bad my Google search history's been because of this podcast. It's fucking
Jesus
mental.
Christ, like, this is fucking insane.
But this is like the way people bind their heads to make them have elongated skulls, or like the big lip joys that the people have the plating.
See, back in the day, make one bigger. Back in the day, apparently it was like very popular to have small feet. That's
Imagine
mad.
giving that cunt a foot massage.
That looks like a high heel. Like,
yeah,
like they broke every bone in that woman's foot.
They have to cut her skin and all so that they can start doing it again. Like,
fuck.
Is there an X-ray?
Like the toes are literally, for people only listening.
There
the toes
has to
are
be an X-ray of this.
Wow.
What the fuck?
That's insane. They want to see the X-rays. The bones are literally bent.
That.
Like,
that
how could you put your daughter through that? I suppose.
It's not even your daughter, mate. They're old women. Like
but they got them done when they were kids. That's what it was. Right. Like it was.
Well,
before
we be ignorant on this, let's find out why they do it. Foot binding persisted for so long because it had a clear economic rationale. It was a way to make sure young girls sat still and helped make good little yarn, cloth, mat, shoes, and fishing nets that families depended on for income, even if the girls themselves were told it would make them more marriageable.
That's so it's a pure economic reason.
It's literally, we're going to bind your feet so you can't walk about.
There you go.
Is that why
That's
you always see like
horrible.
the stereotypical thing of women from China like walking really
hobbling
slow and like
probably?
That's nuts.
It's sad. Like,
where else in the world does mad fucking body morphation? Let's go down a rabbit hole here for a minute.
Jews.
Circumcision.
Circumcision.
It's not just Jews do that.
I'm circumcised.
Aye, but you're not Jew, are you?
Nah.
So that doesn't count.
Did I ever tell a story of how I got circumcised?
I don't know if you I don't know if you've shared that with the viewers.
So I was out. We used to go out hunting all the time for rabbits and all up a mountain, and there was always tourists up a mountain, and me and my mate were fucking blue mooning them, and I got the end of my knob caught in the barbed wire fence, and then.
Yes.
And I never told anyone like for ages because it was cut, and once the cut healed, the foreskin was so tight it couldn't pull it back. And after about 3 months, I had to go to my man and say, "Yo, there's something wrong here."
I love that bit of the story. Mommy.
For months, I was going like, "You're trying to wank and all, it wasn't coming back." You're like, "Fuck's sake." Because obviously,
after 3 months of that being like,
it
not even the fact that anything else, I couldn't wank for a wee while, so I had to go and tell my man.
No, believe me, I could wank. It was just very sore. But and then I went in and just cut the fucking thing off.
What, your dick?
More or less. They must have batched it.
Is that why it's so small now, is it?
They must have batched it up. I'm pretty sure where there's blame, there's a claim.
Oh Jesus Christ, that's amazing, mate.
Like, what the fuck's that?
So here, let's wrap the show up with some weird body modifications. So they've got their teeth done. That's pretty much just how your teeth look before you get veneers. Like, so
easily fixed.
The people that get the eye disc there, like that's mad.
Oh my God.
There's loads of.
That's what is the purpose?
When you
though?
refuse to give the last Oreo to your sibling.
But what is the purpose of something like that? Because it doesn't make you. It doesn't make you good looking.
But not to us, but to these people. Like, they don't find us attractive. They find all this shit attractive.
I'm pretty sure they would fancy me, like.
Would they fancy him?
He looks like an alien.
Maybe that's who's fucking flying all
I seen a thing talking about aliens. I seen a thing the other day about there's 15% the world's population has some different blood type.
Yeah.
Then they can't work out why.
Yeah.
Is that
the body modification theory? I love these guys who actually decided, do you want to make ourselves look like a giraffe?
Is there a practical reason that does that try and make their necks longer?
It's body. It's just stretches.
So they're stretching them out.
So if they took them off, their necks long as fuck.
This is so I can see over the grass. Long grass.
Oh, what's over there?
Here we've got scissors now. We can cut the grass. No.
Someone once told them, here, you want to be head and shoulders above the rest, and they fucking took it literally. But it's mad though. Like that, I as nuts as we find it, I actually think it's actually class that different cultures, like to someone else, we look at that and go, fuck, ha ha ha, let's have a bit of a laugh. But there's someone that will look at that and go, my muse, my flame, my beauty, my love. And it's just mad, depending on where you live in the world, what you find attractive based on what's told you is attractive. Like, if you were just growing up in a big white box and someone gives you food and then just sends you out in the world when you're 18, after you get over your sensory overload, what would you find good and bad, and what would you naturally develop?
We know, but we should ask Fritzl's daughter.
And she got to see everything though. She still had a fucking a portrayal of the world.
She had HBO Max.
I got you a good streaming subscription. Fuck up. Like, see all that
hand blowing the world.
Your tongue and looking like a lizard though. Like tribal people doing it. I'm all about that because that's part of your culture and your belief. See people like this dick who wants to look like a fucking lizard and all that there, or this fucking Egypt. No, what do you look like? An infected vagina.
Looks like something out of the fucking Last of Us.
Yeah. Like, it's just...
People are mad, aren't
they?
People are crazy. Mad. And do you ever see your man that like looks like a Ken doll, but he doesn't look nothing like a Ken doll? He looks like a fucking...
He got more shit done.
Like, he spent like I think it was like $500,000 or something.
Him? Some Big Brother.
Saying that, to be fair, he doesn't look too bad in that photo.
Aye, but then he's now
that's
there,
rough, like.
and then he's turned into a woman now, I think. So he might be a she.
Oh God.
He's transgender and identifies with Barbie, so human Ken doll. So he was
Ken
for a while, but now
Barbie.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Actually, no, I'll just be you.
Yeah.
Jesus, is that what he started out as?
Aye. That's mad, isn't it? Like, why do people do that themselves?
I know that's what he started out as.
No, I'm pretty sure he's a bit younger than that.
He looks a bit like Philip Schofield there.
Philip turned him.
But like, go
ahead. Like, if you want to spend your money on that, spend your money on that.
What happens in your brain to make you go from this?
He's a good-looking chap there, like.
No, like there's nothing
wrong. He's not ugly, like.
No, so why would you feel the need to become
attention?
This.
It's attention, man. He just wants attention. Or she wants attention, sorry.
It's not how the human mind just works, and there's something that just snaps and just... you can be completely normal up until one moment in your life, and you just can't come back from that, and it could be a tiny little thing in your brain just... That's you. Do you ever see the woman who
why do you take it to the extreme like that? That's what I don't understand. It's like...
Well, no, you have to, because once you start down that rabbit hole, you can't stop. Like, you can't.
See the Kardashian's fucking surgeon? He's a fucking wizard, like. He's a wizard.
Yeah.
That one boy is worth
He definitely
money,
went to Hogwarts.
Hi, you're a wizard, Harry. Well, on that note, we'll wrap her up.
Yeah, fun show this week.
It was.
Because you were on time and we weren't out in the fucking sun. Back to business.
That's a fun. We didn't talk about it, but I had fun Saturday. It was a really good night. Had such a laugh.
It was. I really enjoyed Saturday.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you for everyone who came. Thanks to all the DJs. I was going to give off about something. In fact, you know what? Stop asking about fucking set times. All right? You'll get told when you just get told. It'll always get found out. Stop planning sets. That. It doesn't matter if you're on for an hour or half an hour. Just be happy you're playing. Set times don't matter. Just come and have fun.
Yeah. We're working it out for who. Well, nothing saying.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But anyway, thanks for coming on Saturday, and we'll look forward to the next one. It was a smashing night. Well, shout out to Leanne and Louise. They always come. They fucking support us everywhere.
You gave me a letter at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And they said you stole her later, actually.
Did I?
No,
no, I gave it back to them.
I don't know, mate. I've just made that up.
Because giving it back to them made me spill the beer in my pocket.
I know, but they follow us everywhere, and we really appreciate the support. And everyone else that came was fucking smasher. Way better than we thought, so thank you.
Until next week.
Peace.
Laters.
Phase 2.